Okay, hello. I am Chronos, and I will be speedrunning Halo 3, and I know the donation incentive hasn't been met yet, but if you do put your donations in, that would be really great because I've been practicing solely Legendary, so this is going to be quite interesting to run. We can switch difficulties midway through the run, so yeah, just put your donations in when you can. That would be really great for me. And yeah, for those that don't know, I am a longtime Halo speedrunner, also run Elder Scrolls and Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, that's enough about me. Let's go to my couch.
Yeah, I'm Sam, previously known as Gelk Jr. I ran Halo 3 Legendary at SGDQ last year, and I have about 3,000 attempts and finished about 100 runs.
Ooh, yep.
I'm ProAceJOKER. I'm the old man in the Halo runs community. I've been around for a very long time. I was known for doing Halo 4 speed runs, but I also run all of the Halo games, and I've beaten all of them over 1,000 times probably at this point, multiple thousands. So, but yes, please donate. Let's try to hit that Legendary incentive goal. There are some really cool tricks that Chronos wants to show off, and so really be awesome to hit that because there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet. I'm a little behind on some of the new tricks.
Yeah.
There was a new world record just set yesterday?
Yeah,
Today.
Today. So, okay. Let's get started. So once I hit restart mission, we will start the timer. So in 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so right now this is Sierra, and we are starting on easy since this is the difficulty that was submitted. And yeah, I haven't practiced this in a while, so we'll see how it goes. The easy and legendary routes are fairly different in the runs, so lots of different strats. On legendary, you have to do a lot of safer things because of how enemies behave, and it's a lot more important that you don't die. While on easy, you can kind of just chill with combat for the most part, but all the tricks are a lot more hyper-optimized, so, oh boy, we're going to have quite a fun time getting used to this. So one of the things right here, for instance, we do a spawn skip on Legendary, but since we're on easy, we're just going to walk past all these guys instead.
Yep, and you notice that Chronos, when he jumps, he crouches and jumps on a slope surface. That's called a slide jump. It transfers your gravity that the speed you get from the gravity into horizontal speed, so you can get a little bit of a movement boost from that.
Yep. So we're just making our way past all these enemies. You can see, since it's easy difficulty, most of the time you don't die. There are a couple enemies that are very scary though, like the Hammer Brute, for instance. They can really deal a lot of damage to you. So we're going to also do a trick here. Let's see if I can do it. This is easy primarily. So this is Moose Jump. Let's try to land it. It's a pretty precise jump. And first try.
Nice job.
Let's go.
Done.
Yeah, that jump is really tricky because the leaves block your view, so you have like no way to line it up. You have to do it like purely by feel.
Yeah, surprise grunt spawn there. Okay. I was about to go the legendary route onto the side. Yeah, you can just walk past these guys.
I always describe Halo on easy it turns it into more of a platformer. It's really hard and it's very precise.
Yeah, speaking of platforming, this is on Legendary, this is a lot easier. This is the Cortana moment skip, but on easy, you don't have a brute shot to do it.
Done.
And you have to just jump on that rock because the trigger for the Cortana moment's on the floor. And I guess we haven't explained what a Cortana moment is. So in Halo 3, we are trying to get our AI companion Cortana back, and she sends us like little flashback tidbits, and it slows down your movement speed and drops your sensitivity down really low. So we tried to avoid those as much as we possibly can. Also, shout out to this dialogue.
Very nice. Okay, now we are in Sniper Forest, all these Jackal snipers. On Legendary, this is quite a pain because there's a lot of Jackal spawns that you need to kill, but you don't have to worry about them here on easy. So we're just making our way through. No worries about like any brute shot Jackal's going to kill us here.
Yeah, on Legendary, there's some beam rifle jackals, and they one-shot you. They're not as crazy as they are on Halo 2, but they're still scary. And this trick right here is called the gap jump. It's a sequence break where you combine a frag grenade with a slide jump. And normally, Johnson's supposed to get captured in this section. And by getting captured, it's just him walking far enough until he gets deloaded. Oh, he's getting trolled right now.
Stuck.
So you have to wait for Johnson to actually deload into the section, because if you don't, you'll actually soft lock.
I just want to call out, by the way, we are just over 500. There it is, $500 to switch over to Legendary in one mission.
Yes.
So if we can get $500 more, we can switch this over to Legendary. We can really show you some stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're jumping, trying to not get beat.
What am I doing? This is legendary. This is legendary strats. Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
This is why.
You can go for fast way to prison. You don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah. Yeah. On legendary, this is one of the most painful sections, but on easy, you can just waltz on by. You still do need this hammer here from this hammer brute. So.
Okay. So yeah, this is where the biggest departure from easy to legendary is, because on Legendary, we would play this super safe and just wait for our Pelican to pick us up. But on Easy, we actually clear out this entire dam, because we can actually speed up the Pelican by killing all the enemies that are scripted to pass to the bridge. And Chronos is doing a good job right now. So there's actually a decent risk that you die on this dam clear, especially because Chronos doesn't have the invincibility equipment. This is a fairly common place where you can actually die on easy.
Yeah, I got unlucky.
Yeah.
It's a 1 in 5 to get a flare drop from these brutes. So generally, you would have an invincibility here, so you can just not worry about these guys. So, yeah.
Oh, I hear the Pelican coming in.
Okay, this is kind of scary. I don't have a checkpoint. Oh, there's the perfect checkpoint. Thank you.
Yeah, this is called early Pelican. So normally you have to wait for this Pelican to come to the bridge to get in, and once you get inside, the mission ends, but you can just combine a frag grenade and a hammer jump just to get in early.
Sorry.
Okay, so I guess we are doing crows on easy as well now. So
Oh, come on.
this is going to be quite... Okay, I don't need to grab the ammo there. Okay, yeah. So this is what happens when you run different difficulties in Halo. Halo tracks 2 major difficulty categories, which are easy and legendary. And they're both very different. So easy, you focus a lot more on trick optimization, a lot more movement stuff. While on legendary, it's focused on flawless gameplay, not making mistakes. And yeah, you still have like a lot of similar tricks in each, but yeah, also I am slightly doing legendary strats here, don't mind me.
Yeah, no, and I would also say that Legendary also like rewards you for having a lot of game knowledge, because there's so much RNG and variance from run to run on Legendary that you just need to know like how to deal with so many different situations.
Also, I was supposed to grab that battle rifle there.
Take note.
Yeah, there's battle rifles everywhere in this hangar.
Yeah.
So one thing I would like to point out is in the bottom right corner, you see the timer. This isn't on by default. This is a setting we turned on. It's called the competitive score. It turns on the in-game timer, which lets us track the time. And it also, turning on the scoring gives us some very useful information. It will increase the score every time we kill an enemy, so we can kill something, and even if we don't see it, we'll know they're dead.
Mind if I jump in?
Yeah, this is a perfect time for donation since this is just an auto-scroller here.
Excellent. We got a $500 anonymous donation. Woo! No comment, no problem at all. That did go toward the upgrade to Legendary, and we are going to be putting that into effect at the 30-minute mark in this run. So we've only got just a little bit over 20 minutes left, so you got to get your donations in. We also got a $25 donation here from McKeck Jam that says, ProAceJOKER, Sam, and Chronos? Am I dreaming? Anyways, good luck on the runs, and especially on Savo Highway.
Oh boy.
Jam's a Exclusive Saber runner. And also remember, there's only 2 waves on easy.
Yeah, the enemy spawns are very different on easy and legendary. So that was the last wave, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
On legendary, you get 3 phantoms. On easy, you get 2.
Okay. So I think we're good now. I don't think I have anything else that I'm forgetting here, but yeah, we'll just keep going. I'm pretty sure we're fine here for the most part.
Well, you don't need to toss that DC in front of the turret.
That's true. On legendary, you need this DC for some very safe killing of the drones, since there's like, what, 20-ish of them that just come out of the pipes in this next section. And we're just going to go ahead and just do the same thing without the DC and save the DC for another trick, which is very cool.
Sir, this way.
Okay, so here, just kill these drones with a frag.
It's that grenade so often.
Yeah. Grenade optimization is also like very crucial in Halo speedruns. You use them quite a lot for lots of grenade jumps and other tricks. Okay, these drones are a bit weird. Oh, I don't have to worry about flare RNG here.
Yeah, this next section coming up, we have to rely on this Chieftain Brute dropping an invincibility equipment. If you look in the top left corner, there's an icon under the grenades. That's the equipment. So Chronos currently has the deployable cover equipment, but this Chieftain can drop an invincibility equipment or a flare equipment on legendary. On easy, he only drops the flare, and we don't need the invincibility. You can just run straight on through.
Yep, so I will be doing the first DC launch of the run right here. So let's see if I can do it after not practicing for ages.
Nice. So you couldn't really see it that well, but you actually did really good.
It's a very small DC launch.
So, yeah, you made it halfway down the hallway, still save some time. But you can get inside the deployable cover, and they don't want you inside the deployable cover. So if you move in very specifically, you can maximize the force it ejects you out at, and you can launch yourself in different directions.
Well,
that's why we get a checkpoint, guys.
Also,
Do you mind if I jump in real quick?
Yes, please
we
do.
met legendary!
Okay, so I will switch over to legendary after this mission then.
Okay,
Which is good because this mission right here, I'm actually very scared about on legendary.
Yeah, you got safety. So a couple things to explain. So Chronos has the gravity hammer. You just saw him fly across that chasm. So if you have a gravity hammer and you walk into a crate or some different types of crates, you can swing your hammer and it'll fling that object back into yourself to give yourself some ridiculous launches. Then, okay, I'll also explain the jetpack clear first. This is the jetpack clear. So all the brutes here have jetpacks, and Chronos needs to clear out all of them to end this section. So starting out, there's 2 brutes on the ground and there's 2 spawned up top. So he kills 1 on the bottom and 1 up top to spawn a reinforcement wave up top. Once the reinforcement wave up top is dead, they will spawn this reinforcement wave on the bottom. And he wants to... Oh, no.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Hey, you gotta check my on the elevator climb.
Yeah, that is
nice.
really weird. Okay. We're fine though. Just doing this again.
So basically the gist of it, you just want to be at each spot where the reinforcements show up when they spawn.
Wait, I miscounted. Okay. Yeah, I need to climb the elevator a bit more. So this saves a tiny bit of time. You can also just ride the elevator itself, but we prefer to go speedy here.
Oh. You didn't trigger the dialogue, so you're good.
Yeah. It is very rough, that platforming, though. It takes a lot of time to learn. Here's my checkpoint.
Shake them up.
Nice.
Yep. So just gonna see this again and drop down to where the reinforcements spawn at and clear these guys out.
Okay. Yeah, on Legendary, this is pretty rough to deal with. So normally we grab the camo and a lot more stuff here, but it's not necessary on easy.
Mind if I jump in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the donation that got us over the top came in from Uranium Anchor. They sent in $415. And they did so with the comment, legend. Airy.
Thank you
Thank
for that
you.
donation.
We also got a $5 donation here from Razzle Dazzle that says, shout out to one of the greatest Valorant players in UEO sports history, Gelk Jr. SamHR, doing big things with GDQ.
Yeah, thanks. He's one of my friends from my college Valorant days.
That's sick.
Got time for a few more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got $25 from the income taxes that says, always love to see Halo on the GDQ stage. Good luck, Chronos, and shout out Sam. Did someone say HaloRuns.com?
HaloRuns.com?
And $25 comes in from Hero that says, from the crowd, how could a two-player run be different from the solo? Hello from the stage.
Hello. Okay, so we're just backtracking here on Crows. It is pretty much just finishing this mission. Lots of just enemies that we're just walking past, but yeah, it's just pretty standard.
I care in the world on easy. So there's actually a really funny trick that's about to come up here. So I'll just let Chronos do it and let you laugh at it.
If I don't mess up. Here we go. Oh, there we go.
So that's the drone
Kind of.
butterfly. In Halo, you, I don't know if it's in Halo 1, but starting in Halo 2, you start lunging towards your enemies as you melee at them. And if you empty out some ammo out of your mag, you can cancel your reload animation with a reload input. So just by mashing that, you can just attach yourself to that drone.
And then we're also using this hammer for box launches, as you can see. Launching against a box, like swinging your hammer against the box, causes you to get propelled backwards. And it is kind of position-based. You need to like have your body at the left side of the box, and yeah. So
You can probably just quit out.
yeah, I
now
can
and
quit
take the
out
elevator.
here. So this is just the end of the mission. You wait for the elevator ride, and yeah. So let's go to Savo on Legendary.
Oh yeah, this is the perfect time to swap the legend. This mission is notoriously terrible on Legendary. So great job with that timing.
Thank you again for those donations.
Yes. So now we are back on Legendary. This is Savo RNG way, as we like to call it.
It's called Meme Way My Split.
Meme way. Yeah, because this has quite a lot of enemies that can behave pretty erratically. So we'll hope for the best. Yeah.
Yeah, this mission is almost entirely driving, and vehicle sections in Halo 3 are awful. The vehicle balancing is not the greatest. Like, the vehicles on Legendary, they do so much damage. Like, you'll die to like 3 ghost shots.
Yeah, it is Legendary now, by the way, so expect a couple deaths. Hopefully not too many, but
So this is
it
actually
is rough.
a departure from the easy route. We picked up the 2 Marines inside the Warthog. We need these Marines because they soak up lots of damage, and if you don't have them in this Warthog, you will die.
Yeah, it's also important to note that the physics of the Warthog in this game makes it very bouncy, so it is very easy to just flip over on trying to splatter an enemy. So you have to kind of be careful with how you drive. It is one of the most difficult driving missions to do.
Who will win, one tiny beanie boy or one 2-ton vehicle?
Yeah, like even like regular plasma pistol shots will move your Warthog. It is wild.
So this is the water section. This is the first like real tough section of the run. So Chronos is taking a specific driving path to avoid the beam shots, and also tried to get the shade turrets to have an angle on the breeds instead of him. And it's pretty nice that he got through first try, because sometimes it takes like 3 or 4 attempts to get through that section.
Kind of scared here. That's why. That's why I'm super scared. There's a couple beam rifle jackals right
And they
there.
one-shot you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is very scary.
And this section is also super scary. This is the shield door section. So there's a couple brutes and choppers. So choppers are like the chopper motorcycle, but their intended use case is to boost into your destroy vehicle. Oh, and you got a right side shade. Let's go.
Yay, that means we can go speedy.
So
maybe I don't want to go speedy anymore. We're going to say
Yes.
There's a supposed 50-50 chance. I don't know if that's true because it seems like it's always on the left side. But if it's on the right side, it makes the section a lot safer because there's like a little, I think it's like a turned over truck that blocks a lot of the shade turret shots. And also in that last section, Chronos picked up the gravity lift equipment. So there's a broken bridge that's coming up because Bungie wanted you to get out and fight the next section on foot. And we really don't want to do that. So you can just toss the gravity lift.
And they made it nice that you can skip everything if you really wanted to.
Yeah, negate
Go
it.
quick. And everything works perfectly.
Yeah, so, and there's also just nothing stopping you from just driving through. So if this were modern gaming, there'd probably like a kill timer waiting for you on the other side of this, but you can just drive straight on through because there's just a couple vehicles here to stop you.
Yeah, so right here, we take a very specific driving path here as well through this debris. It is visually weird here because the geometry is very bad.
Yeah, there's invisible walls and stuff there.
So you have to kind of be careful with how you drive, otherwise you can hit a wall and kind of get stuck. And then here, I'm just gonna kill this guy. There we go.
Oh, we're gonna hear my favorite Australian Marine. Yeah, I love hearing that voice line. I never get to hear it.
Okay, so now we're heading to the end section. We're grabbing this chopper so we can drive through this part here. There's a lot of enemies, as you can see. There's choppers around us that are shooting at us, and there's wraiths like on this bridge, so it's why we want to take the chopper to go up that side route there. The Warthog cannot drive that direction. And here we're going to finish this mission in an unconventional way. We're going to kill the shade turret right here with 2 fuel rod shots and 3 fuel rod shots on the shield door, and then drive behind this
Same checkpoint.
Yeah, that is a sick
That's
checkpoint.
really good. Yeah.
Nice.
And there we
need it.
go.
That was a really good salvo.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clean.
Legendary.
And now here's the other favorite RNG level, the Storm.
Storm has made me quit this game multiple times.
So it's a fun mission. The only issue is there's a lot of RNG sequences with how enemy behavior can be. Even your own AI behavior, since the Marine AI is driving this Warthog, they can sometimes just... Okay.
There's a second loss.
Yeah. They can just drive. I've had it where they literally just didn't move for like 20 seconds. And that was so funny. I lost a run because they just stopped. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. We did carry over the fuel rod from the last mission, which is going to help us quite a lot here. So we're going to kill some of these guys and open this door.
Yeah, we didn't really explain carryover. There's certain during certain missions and stuff, you can actually pick up a weapon at the start of a mission or wherever during it, and if you're carrying it or if it has ammo, you can actually bring it into the next mission with you. So in some missions you'll start out with like the set ones, but you're able to bring it over. So the fuel rod was one of those. Brought it in to use it for this mission that he picked up near the end of Savo Highway.
Yeah, the fuel rod makes this level so much better. If because normally you start the
primarily
level
with just this part right here. So.
Yeah, you start out with an assault rifle and a magnum, and the magnum in Halo 3 is absolute garbage. So having a fuel rod for this section is so much better. And this is also the first lake bag section. So there's an enemy quota you have to meet to actually end this section. And if you kill enough enemies fast enough, you can kind of skip a spawn, not necessarily skip it, but you can actually leave the section before the Phantom that brings in a Wraith guarding the end door comes in. So that was a pretty good first lake bed.
Okay, have to kind of get in good movement there to not die to the enemies down there, but we are good. And now I have to be scared of my Marines here a bit because they are shooting at these drones that are spawning into the other room, and they're going to be firing some rockets. And yeah, these okay, yeah. Please don't kill me. Okay, we're fine. It's a tiny bit scary there.
Okay, this is the second like that section, so this is another wave fight. So there's going to be 2 sets of phantoms that drop 2 ghosts, and there's also 2 choppers on the ground, and there's also 2 AA wraiths on the ground. So first of all, the first requirement to end the section is all the vehicles must be dead. And you can actually speed up the waves by taking out the second phantom of each wave. Because, ooh, that's a scary chopper. And by taking out the second phantom, the game checks to bring in the next wave or to end the section on the second wave if the phantom is dead or deloaded. So by killing it, you can just decrease the amount of time it would take for it to fly out the map and deload.
Okay, I am going to be down a rocket for the ending, but should be fine, I think, hopefully.
Yeah. So he's setting up a pre-fire shot to oh, there's a ghost.
Okay, we're not killing the second phantom.
That's okay. It doesn't lose that much time to let it live. So it's good just to play it safe if there's a ghost alive.
Yeah, this is legendary, so
There's still a chopper alive too. Yeah, this section can be super scary if things don't die. The vehicles do way too much damage. And the AA wraith is still up too.
Yeah, this is not the best
Marines that were
here.
trying to kill you earlier were supposed to help you with those rockets, but didn't do much, it looks like.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to somehow kill it. I think I literally just have to use rockets. Oh no.
Yeah, you have Marines and Ghosts. I'll take it out eventually.
Yeah. Sir, I would like your chopper, please.
See, normally the section would be over right now if all the vehicles were dead, but since he has to take these out manually, usually the Marines do a decent job of taking out the vehicles.
Yeah.
But sometimes they do a terrible job.
Yeah, I got really unlucky with that Wraith being alive. Normally it's like one of the first things that go down. Sorry, Marine, we need your rocket ammo.
So Chronos is actually driving his mongoose into this room over here. He has to get out because there's an elastic barrier that stops you from driving vehicles in here because they don't do a very good job, but they don't want you to drive a vehicle in here. But normally you're supposed to fight the Scarab. This is the first appearance of the Scarab, which is like a walking bug, like Scarab bug type boss, which has a giant laser beam. And you have to like board it and take out its core. But you can just skip that entire section by doing a mongoose clip to the door. So you can, there are some spots you can actually clip through walls with the mongoose or some different types of vehicles. It checks the spot where you're most safe to get out. And if you have precise parking, the safest spot will be on the other side of that door.
I just want to say, he did that in 2 tries. That trick takes me like 20 plus to get out. You did that like it was nothing. Just went right through that wall.
Okay, so I am doing a spawn skip here. Let's see if
nice.
this
Gravity lift
works.
strat.
Nice.
Yeah. So this skips the... Oh, shoot. Good thing I know the backup. Because this area right here is very weird geometry-wise. What is he doing there? Hello? Okay.
So, yeah, this is the introduction of the hunters, or would be, but he skipped the trigger that spawns them in.
Yeah, normally I would just go straight through, but I just kind of want to be safe here, so I'm just taking the side path to just kill these, or this hammer guy right here.
Yeah, so we want to take out the chieftain and his 2 lackeys. And unfortunately, his equipment deloaded, so it's going to make the ending, especially no rockets, a lot more difficult.
Yeah. I don't have rockets, so I'm going to have to snipe everything here.
So on MCC, the cleanup is a lot more aggressive. So
I am so good.
Yeah, that was clean.
That was so clean.
Doing that ending with no rockets is extremely difficult.
Yeah. Okay, and that's basically the end of the mission. We're going to kill this last anti-aircraft turret thing with 2 plasma pistol shots to its core. And there we go.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Woo. Oh boy.
Would now be a good time to jump in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to let everybody know we have opened up a bid war. for Pokemon Sapphire tomorrow. That's going to be directly after Children of the Sun. You can choose the starter for that run. Right now, Mudkip is in the lead with $100, but Trico is only about $100 behind. So if you want Trico, be sure to put your donations toward that.
Chief, on your way to the crash site.
Okay, so this is Floodgate, one of the, it's a very fun mission to speedrun. If you like platformers or like good movement, this is the mission you should try out. You have a gravity hammer at the start of the mission with 100 ammo, and all you're going to be doing this run is lots of box launches. So we had one at the start here, we're doing another one right here, and it's quite a lot of clean movement stuff. Oh, that guy's kind of rude.
Yeah, this mission's also super short and super flashy, so it's like the perfect IL to get into.
So now another box launch, okay. And we're grabbing this DC for another one of those DC launches here. So we're going to go ahead, do a grenade jump, and we're going to do a Cortana moment skip right here as well.
Another Forest Cortana moment.
There we go. And we're going to jump up top here. This geometry is really weird. Okay. Another box launch here. And now we're headed to the Shadow of Intent launch. So let's see if I can get this.
So he's delaying his checkpoint because once this section starts, you can get a checkpoint early, and you can just go for it whenever you want. Oh, old turning strats. This is my pre-patch setup.
Yeah, this is pretty tight. I need to land forward enough, and then I need to wait a tiny bit longer there. There we
There
go.
we go. Nicely done.
And yeah, we just launched all the way over here.
Skip some spawn triggers as well.
Yep. So since Chronos is playing on MCC, it has a 60 hertz tick rate versus the OG 30 hertz.
Oh, that is a wild checkpoint. What the
Oh,
heck?
yeah. That checkpoint's insane. I've never seen that one before. And since MCC's on the 60 hertz tick rate, it makes DC launches a lot more powerful than they would be on compared to their 30 hertz counterpart.
So right here, another box launch. We're going to stick this spider flood there and wait here for a checkpoint potentially. Didn't get one.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get one because you got the earlier one.
There we go.
Never mind, all right.
You got you a better one.
And we do a box launch all the way to the other side here. Okay, that's a big flood, big
Yeah,
flood.
we call
big
that call that pizza jump. So
Yeah.
you can jump up some equipments in Halo 3. That trick's actually MCC exclusive because you can't jump up trip mines in the original version of the game.
Yep, and now we're headed towards the end of the mission. We have our first Cortana Gravemind moment, here in the run. That you can see how different it is. We just slow down, immensely, and it's hard to move around. I have a DPI switch that I use since it slows down your turning of your movement. So I just raised my DPI quite a bit during those sections so I can turn.
Sounds like cheats to me.
Go.
And he combined a slide jump with a hammer swing to get through that moment to hit the ending button.
Yeah, and that's Floodgate. Very cool movement-based mission. And now we're headed to the big 4 at the end. So this is the halfway point of the game. And yeah, this is where all the very scary missions are.
This is where we say the run really begins. Because the difficulty increases by so much going into this mission.
So this is
Tricks
where...
become a lot cooler too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the combat is going to be on these next few missions. So let's hope for the best here.
Yeah, this mission's the arc. So this mission is, I think it's the hardest mission in the run because all the combat is super precise. And if you don't execute it to a T, you will die pretty much every time.
Good checkpoint.
I'm a Covenant believer. I think Covenant's the hardest. Maybe that's just me, though.
Yeah, people either think it's one of the two. It's usually...
Yeah, so right here we just line up some shots for a collateral. I got the flare. Oh no, this is
Well, you could
annoying.
use that flare to jump off of.
Yeah, but I do not know the flare jump that well, so I really need this brute shot here.
Nice.
So, yeah, this is a very scary section. Have to... Okay. That was very close
Your
to
health
dying
is so
there.
low.
Yeah.
In Halo 1, most people know that you have shields and health. It's actually the same case for Halo 2 and Halo 3 because your health is just invisible. You have rechargeable health that you don't see. Once your shields are recharged, I think it takes about 5 seconds of having full shields for your health to recharge.
Oh, you didn't get that ammo?
That's fine. You don't need it anymore from here.
That's true.
There we go. So out of that part, that was kind of unlucky getting the 2 equipment drops. In Halo 3, equipment drops have priority over weapon pickups. So if you're hovering over a piece of equipment and a weapon, it'll prioritize you picking up the piece of equipment, which can be very annoying for certain scenarios, such as that start of Arc right there.
Unlucky that you got peppered down. You probably want not to get a checkpoint here.
Yeah, should be fine though.
So he went behind that rock to wait for those 2 prowlers to pass by, and now he's taking his mongoose to drive through this next section and hoping that the chopper doesn't see him. Then he's gonna ditch his mongoose for this ghost, because this ghost is gonna be useful for the driving section coming up, because we're gonna be riding along a cliff to avoid a couple other ghosts that will destroy you if they see you.
Okay, I am taking this very slowly right here too. I done it. Okay, there's
a checkpoint.
There we go. That was my first checkpoint of the mission, by the way, or besides the very start one. So, yeah, I'm really glad I got that checkpoint there. Okay, and then this next section we don't get a checkpoint for a while as well, so I have to be very precise with the combat here. This is dawn clear, so I'm going to be doing quite a bit of sniping on these guys. There we go.
Yeah, I think this is the most difficult section of the run, because there are so many precise snipes and rocket lineups that you need to hit. And the way the section works is there's 2 AA wraiths and there's this normal wraith that you need to take out. And the section will end once you take out all the vehicles and there is 1 enemy left alive. And actually in Halo 3, the Bungie didn't want these kinds of fights to stagnate. So there's a unlucky bubble shield, but they didn't want the level or this fight to stagnate. So it will end eventually, but you can speed it up by killing pretty much everything. So 2 ghosts left alive. Those ghosts are the most scary parts of the section, so it's good that they're out of the way early.
Okay, he dodged that. I'm just taking this very slow and safe here, so I'm going to just go ahead.
It's better to be slow and safe than die and revert.
Wow, that is definitely.
See, there's that revert.
Yeah, so that was very unlucky. I got no shields from killing the Wraith. Like some explosion hit me. I think it was the Wraith exploding that caused me to have no shields, and then the turret guy finished me off. Yeah, that is what happens. This is Legendary, by the way, so...
Yeah, that's the really scary part about running Legendary is these reverts are super long, so you have to worry about these very lengthy deaths.
Also, I just realized I've been doing it in the wrong order for the snipes and stuff for, like, up the past week until now. Oh, boy. My brain's, like, just realizing that now. Okay.
And no bubble shield this time, though, so yeah, you can have a much easier time sniping these guys. And those guys can, like, sneak up on you, because if you forget about them, they'll take your ghost, and it's extremely hard to kill them once they're inside the ghost. Yep. So everything else is dead now, so this should be pretty smooth sailing from here on.
So normally, we should just kill this Wraith like this. This is a lot safer.
Yep, so these Wraiths have a core in the back that is pretty weak, so that's why they're getting melted down pretty easily. And there's a checkpoint that signifies the section is ending. So here's another major departure from the easy route. So this trick next coming up is called Out of Bounds Tankless. So Bungie wants to you to look at their fancy set piece coming down. So if you look at the sky, you can trigger the ship forward onto dawn to come down. And once it comes down, it'll push a bunch of wind, and you can use that wind to push yourself up onto this cliff. And
that was very close.
Ooh, are you actually out? Okay, you are out of bounds?
Yeah.
So there's not one, but 2 elastic barriers. One will stop yourself out of the vehicle from going through, and the second one will stop vehicles from going through. So you have to brute shot the ghost far enough out of bounds to get in, or else it'll slingshot you back in bounds. So you can just ride through this section without worrying about the enemies below us.
Yeah, it is very scary sometimes if you mess that up, because you really need this ghost here. Otherwise, yeah, just going through the normal route with the tank is very rough anyways and pretty slow, so.
Yeah, it turns out tanks aren't really fast.
But they do beat everything.
Okay, so here, this is very fun clear to do as well. So there's a bunch of vehicles here that we need to kill. And there's currently a phantom coming down to spawn in some enemies here. But we're going to go ahead and kill it before they can spawn in. So just precise lineup. Hopefully that works. No, I was a bit off. Ooh. I got splattered by the debris. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time here.
So that engine on the Phantom is susceptible to fuel rod shots, but yeah, the engine hitbox is pretty small, so the shots have to be hit with some pretty good precision. And we have to note there are a couple other wraiths that are firing mortars at him right now too. So like, if he just stands in the spot for too long, he will die.
So yeah, it's, killing that Phantom early prevented that Wraith from spawning in, or it killed the Wraith as it was falling down.
Yeah, that Phantom will also drop some more enemies later on too. So if you don't kill it, you will have a bad time. And this part is also extremely rough, because if you get unlucky and the Wraith fires a mortar at you as you get in the Wraith, you just instantly die.
That's why I turn around to boost away like that. But yeah, you have to be very cognizant about like how these enemies behave, because it is quite rough sometimes.
Ooh. So yeah, because if any direct hit with a Wraith mortar will kill you on Legendary. No, it doesn't matter if that you're in a Wraith of your own protected by all this armor, that it'll still kill you.
Yeah, same thing with some of these vehicles as well. They can also hit the core at your back, so you have to kind of be wary of if there's like a ghost behind you or something. So yeah, I just like to clear everything here. You don't need to, but I kind of want to just for safety purposes. And I want to grab this fuel rod here, just so I have enough ammo for the ending here.
Yep, so that's the end of this section. Now he has to wait for a door to open that's on like a 30-second timer. So if there's any announcements or anything going on, this would be a great time.
Absolutely. DJ Blue PDX sends in a $25 donation with the comment, much love Chronos and ProAceJOKER, Ragemore Nerd, Hey Spence, Ylux Dragon Guy, and Pop-Tart, love ya. Get that popcorn, baby.
Thanks, DJ.
And we also got an anonymous $100 donation. Woo. No comment, no problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we're just heading inside the structure with the chopper. Technically, I don't believe you're supposed to be bringing a vehicle in here. So
classic Halo, bringing vehicles where you're not supposed to bring them.
Yeah, we're just going to be using this chopper in a very important way and do a very scary trick in the run, which is the scarab board here. So we're going to have to drive a very precise path to make it down in time.
Yeah, as soon as he enters, that door opens, he's on a timer.
Yep,
to get all
scarab
the way
loads in, and you have to beat the scarab, which will land at the bottom of the canyon.
Okay, that is fine, I guess. Okay. Yeah, you also have to kind of dodge some of these enemies that Phantom is shooting at you. These Wraiths can shoot at you. There's like a chopper nearby that can shoot at you. Yeah, there's quite a lot of enemies here.
And for this trick, he has to be full shields. If he's not, he will die. And he's getting
this
shot
is
by the Phantom.
scary.
And, I'm not sure about this. You might be able to get your shields back. Or you can get your T by throwing that bubble. That's good.
Yeah.
Can't believe you're doing bubble.
There we
Ooh,
go.
barely even. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to use the bubble shield because I really want the bubble shield for this interior section coming up. So hopefully I get another one. But yeah, just guaranteeing that I don't die there is way more important because that is a very long revert.
Yeah, that's why I made the strat to line up a Fury shot to take up that Phantom turret so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And you can still die here, and you notice he still doesn't have a checkpoint, so dying here is much worse.
Yeah. Okay, so I can potentially get a checkpoint here, but it doesn't seem like I'm getting one. I could get one on here as
we
well.
Go for it.
Infantry on the spire.
Nothing? Okay, game is not being nice to me now after giving me all the very nice checkpoints earlier, but
You don't need it.
yeah.
Yeah, most of the time, to get a checkpoint, the game has to mark you as safe, so if there's any enemies aggroed onto, you won't get a checkpoint.
That was the one scary guy.
Yep, and sometimes the Wraith mortars can still be flying at you, but
Yeah,
it looks
so-
like they are leaving you alone right now.
Yeah, I have to be very wary of them. I've been killed by these mortars just flying in, so I've kind
More-
of went way back there to just be safe from them.
More Marine betrayals. This one actually saves about, I'm not sure the exact timing, but it saves a bit of time because that Marine has dialogue with our eyeball friend opening this door, and by killing him, you can just skip the dialogue and the door will open faster.
Okay, bubble? No.
And no
Unlucky.
bubble drop. That's unlucky.
So we're going to have to do some improv here for this section.
That's my one contribution to this run is handing the other Marine the beam rifle. For some reason, doesn't lets you go through this section unnoticed.
Oh, is that why?
I didn't know that.
So he did get noticed as he walked through that last door. So he's not getting a checkpoint on the ramp. And this section can be super scary because normally we would toss the bubble here. Ooh.
Yeah, it is what it is sometimes, so. Okay, let me try this again. Hopefully I won't get noticed this time to get a good checkpoint. I think I just had slightly bad movement.
I got noticed at the very end again, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one room without a bubble is like super scary. I hate it.
A lot of times throwing those grenades will try to make the brutes dodge out of the way is kind of what you're hoping
Please,
for.
no, the door closed on me. Oh no.
Yeah, because you died to 2 brute shots, and 3 of those brutes have brute shots.
Okay, will I get it this time?
Yep.
Yes, I should get a checkpoint here. There we go. Thank you, game.
Yeah, you can just see how much variance, even from checkpoint to checkpoint, there is in this game. It's ridiculous. Okay, good. Nice.
Yeah, that's why you really like the bubble shield there, just so you can live that section.
But wait, he has to go back through that room.
Yeah, we have to go.
The enemies don't despawn.
Back inside while we take them out.
So at least this time around, I believe it's primarily jackals and grunts here. So it's not as bad, and we get a good checkpoint. But the main issue is these enemies coming through this door, which are 2 brutes and a chieftain. So, okay.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay, so those brutes have maulers, which are basically mini shotguns, and they one-shot you up close.
Yeah, so you have to just make sure to kill them. Like, I like to wait for the door to open normally before I go in, but yeah, everyone has their own sort of different strats. Where is this last guy?
Yeah, this is the camo brute room, and yeah, that can be hard to find sometimes because they have radar jammers too, so you can't see them on the radar.
Okay, so last wave of enemies, so we just have to shoot them all.
Yeah, this is a super interesting fight because Bungie wanted you to like 1v1 the chieftain and have all the brutes surrounding them to watch. But you can just kill all the brutes watching and kill the chieftain later and just negate what they want you to do. Nice shot. And now that everything's dead, there's about a 20-second timer for your pelican to pick you up and end the mission.
Okay, so that was rough. 15-minute arc. Not the best, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, they look like my arcs.
And now we're going into Covey, which I think is also the harder one too. So we'll be also doing a pretty cool strat here halfway through the mission. So it's going to be Joker's first time to see it, I believe.
Yeah, they've been baiting me, telling me, "Oh, you're gonna see something so magical."
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty mind-blowing. So he actually got out of the Pelican earlier by holding the action button. It allows you to leave the Pelican early, and this is the beach clear. So when I started running this game, we actually did the beach clear. We killed everything on this beach. But there is I don't know if it's like you would consider a glitch, but probably like an oversight from Bungie. You're not supposed to drive this AA Wraith. If you kill the driver, normally it explodes. But if you kill the driver and have your action button pressed on the same frame, you can drive the Wraith without it exploding. Okay, this is about the same time as a really good beach clear, and it's also a lot safer, which is a very good added benefit.
Yeah, because normally you have, like, when you do the beach clear, you get a warthog or a mongoose or something, and you have to go up this hill where there's so many enemy spawns. And yeah, it is very rough, but because we just boarded the Wraith like we did, we don't get those spawns, and we can just drive past everything here, which makes it very nice. It also makes it so that for this next section, we're going to get a ghost from one of these grunts that are walking into it. And because we have the anti-aircraft guns on this Wraith, it is very useful to just kill this guy. If I can just maneuver around this tree, there we go.
You also, I didn't notice, did you actually set it up so your shots came out of the right side?
Yep.
So yeah, there's a specific pattern that the Wraith fires its mortars out of. It's 3 on the left, 3 on the right, so you can just set it up to fire on whichever direction you want.
Get to the first tower.
And this is the first tower entry, which is a super spooky part because we just take our ghost and ram through everything and toss a bubble and hope we don't die.
Okay.
So getting through that first try is very good.
Yeah. And that's not it. We still have this part here. We're going to be trying to go up this elevator, do a grenade jump.
He's not going to be getting a checkpoint for another, like, at least 30 seconds, so... Ooh, that was risky doing that jump with such low shield.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do the second jump, but that's fine.
And he picked up a power drain at the bottom of the elevator, and that will strip the shields of these guys. And he's actually going to do a strat where he pops the helmet off the chieftain, and that will stop him from popping the invincibility if he does have it. So he can guarantees he picks it up and have it for the exit.
Where is this last guy? I am so scared. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they like to hide. And he finally got a checkpoint, so he can breathe a sigh of relief. And an 88 hammer, that's also
That is
insane.
a very nice hammer.
Good hammer.
So the hammer ammo can vary from 50 to 90, and you use 5 hammer ammo per swing. So he has the maximum amount of swings you can have for a hammer. That's another fun bit of RNG that's in this run, because if you get a 50 hammer, you're just kind of SOL.
Okay, so now here we're going to use this invincibility that the chieftain had, and we're just going to walk on past these guys.
Yep, having the invisibility for this exit just makes it free. So it's super nice.
Yeah, if you don't get the invincibility, you have to kind of improv your way through. Normally you get a regen from one of the other brutes, and then you throw a bunch of grenades and hope for the best, but...
Well,
yeah.
normally we do the exit launch, which if you get it, it makes it pretty safe.
Yeah, it's just rough slow sometimes. That exit launch is pretty weird, at least for me. But yeah, we're going to just drive down this hill, backtrack our way to grab a Hornet. So perfect time for donations if we have any.
Oh yeah, we've got a few. Just want to remind everybody that we do have the bid war open for Pokemon Sapphire for tomorrow. You can put your donations toward either Mudkip or Trico. So please get your donations in for that. We got a $25 donation from B Porter that says, okay, so this donation has a comment. So the comment says,
third tower.
Here's a comment that actually says no comment. I feel like if I didn't specify, that would have been confusing. So I wanted to take a moment to like very, very clearly make that point. And yeah, we also got a $100 donation from Anonymous. It just says less than 3. Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're in the Hornet. We're driving along the water, as you can see there. That hopefully just avoids some banshees that can shoot at us. Okay, here we go.
He's also flying the Hornet diagonally, so it's interesting because if you fly diagonally, it's 20% faster than flying it straight. It's also the same for Cortana moments, and if you have a missile, if you're carrying a missile pod or a turret.
Chief,
Okay, so now we're entering third tower here. Am I actually getting good RNG? Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I keep getting brute spawns that are 3 coming in one side there, but yeah, that's good. Very nice.
So he's juggling this brute shot because there's a bunch of drones that are flying down, and you need to kill 8 of them, and the rest of them will just leave you alone if you kill 8 of them.
And they're gone.
Okay, so now we're headed up to this tower exit clear. So we're going to do a grenade jump. We do a grenade jump up here so we can take advantage of how the AI is just waiting for the player here. Oh,
Ooh,
what is
wow.
that? That was...
Melted.
Yeah. Drilled.
Also, not
Welcome
doing
to
the nade
Legendary.
jump up here.
Yeah, I should.
Oh, you don't have a
Jump
frag. Forgot you're gonna be saving that for later.
Probably not, actually.
That was a good case of Legendary. He's made it look easy so far, but it's half a second and you're done.
Yeah, especially with that Chieftain who has the plasma turret. Like 3 of those shots will kill you. So you just need to hit 1 more headshot, then he'll be dead. But hitting this Chieftain is like impossible to get a headshot on. Like I can't do it sometimes.
Oh.
His head is so tiny.
Oh, I thought he lost his AI, but he just...
What's he doing?
There we go.
He's weird.
What's the brute doing?
Barrier will fall.
Okay, so here is our third tower exit time. We're going to do some very different things, though.
Yeah, this is the biggest addition this run has seen in like the last 7 years.
Yeah, so this is different from last SGDQ. This strat just came out very recently. So we're going to use this mauler here, stand at this corner to manipulate this flood to melee at us. We jump.
And there's that butterfly we did earlier. And the only thing stopping you from getting out is that tiny elastic barrier, and that butterfly lets you break through the elastic barrier and get through this exit.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. That's awesome.
Yeah, this used to be like a co-op exclusive strat. Like, we used like a deployable cover to break through. And he has to go back and hit this BSP load to actually hit the trigger to actually continue the mission.
Shipmaster, what's your status?
Yeah, and then we're just going to walk all the way back.
So it's actually super nice that he got a good hammer spawn because he's going to be doing a bunch of slide jumps combined with hammer swings to get down this mountain. Because normally we would have a warthog that we can drive, but and just walking wouldn't save time doing this strat, but
Yeah,
doing some hammer swings and slide jumps.
Does does it save?
I think we timed it to about 30 seconds going the normal route.
Hornets inbound.
Yeah, so 30 seconds of time save. You can save like a minute on easy with a DC as well. It is wild. And
Yeah.
here we're just meleeing here because I want to get the checkpoint right at the Hornet here. So
Yeah, one downside about doing this strat is you don't get the epic soundtrack.
I didn't
that
get the checkpoint.
You might get it once you start flying.
I did not get it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
And this is the double scarab section. And this is the biggest run killer section. And not having a checkpoint for it is super scary. So first of all, he has to get on the scarab and wait for it to finish its landing animation. Because if you kill it before it finishes its landing animation, like it'll like blink in and out of existence. And it will just send you flying across the world. And the hardest part of double scarabs is getting on the second scarab because there's a fear rock chieftain. And sometimes it can turn around and you'll just not land on top of it. So, and he has to just chill and hopefully not get killed by any of the vehicles.
I am running away. I am running.
Yeah, if you hide and wait for the scare of the explode, you will get a checkpoint. There it is.
Okay, that was one of the scariest sections of the run.
I'm not sure if you got the checkpoint like doing the first slide. So if you die, I think you might have gotten sent back to the third tower exit.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah, double
Mr.
scare
Grunt.
first try is crazy.
Okay.
So he's trying to get a vehicle because
Oh, the Warthog's right there. What are you doing?
Come to me. This
Okay.
we're gonna be needing it to get through another
Sir,
last.
I would like your Warthog, please. Like, stop driving in circles. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we use this Warthog here just because we want to be able to clip the elastic barrier. You could do it with a Mongoose, but Warthog is a lot easier. And sorry, RB.
Murdered. Teaches you for talking.
Talking.
Because he won't activate the light bridge until he finishes his dialogue. So there's a lot of murder just to save time.
Okay, so now we are on the scariest part for me, which is
Yeah,
Citadel launch.
you've seen box launches in this run. This is a box launch on steroids. So he's going to be angling it downwards. This is a little smart strat to make it a little safer to just stop them from shooting at you while you do this, because anything firing at you can mess this box launch up and put the box in a bad position. So because it needs to be in a pretty good spot.
This looks good.
Ooh, might be a little weak.
No, it's too weak. Yeah, this is probably one of the most difficult tricks in the run. It is a very precise launch, and it is super important to get this. Very nice checkpoint. That makes me a lot more confident now.
It should be enough.
Should be good, yeah.
And he held that camo for pretty much this entire mission just for this launch.
Yeah, he picked that up at the first tower.
Oh shoot, this checkpoint is so weird to work with, dude.
Yeah, he wants to he wants to kill this chieftain because he wants to hammer refill for the Citadel return. And what makes that first Citadel launch so difficult is you have to hit not one but two triggers doing it, and you have to be low enough and not fast enough because the triggers are on a 1 second cycle. So if you're too fast, you can just skip it by the sake of being too fast.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
Oh,
What? Oh no!
The nades got him.
Okay.
Yeah, his nade made him pop his invents. Yeah,
Okay, this is fine still if I can just get him to like follow me a bit more.
yeah, he wants to bait the chieftain into a certain attack just so he can backsmack him, or just pop his head. That
that's
works too.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, and that's very important because we really want his hammer ammo for this return sequence as well. So we're going to be using the rest of this hammer and then use some of the next hammer just for Cortana because you can carry it over. So right here, just pick it up. Going to do this. And yeah, we're going to do one more box launch here. Hopefully this works out.
Nice. Nice.
Ooh, that trip mine was kind of scary.
That was scary.
I've never seen a trip mine just...
Oh.
The flat bulb just came there. Oh boy, that was slightly unlucky.
Head back to the lift. Find a way down.
See, if that chieftain didn't pop his invents, he would have it for that next section.
Yeah, it would be very nice to have right there. Oh, that guy. Flood are very scary in this game. They're also super tanky. At least some of them. Just... It's so... Oh, that's not that good.
Yeah, shield fuck can just be like unkillable sometimes.
Like that
All
guy.
shield flood.
Okay, it was only a pistol. It was only a pistol, guys, so we're fine. If it were any other weapon, I probably would have died there.
That's actually a nice property about these Cortana moments is you don't take damage during them, so that Cortana moment can actually save you sometimes.
Waited for a checkpoint.
Nice. Good ending launch.
Nice.
And there we go. That is Covey. Woo.
Nice done.
Hardest part of the run over.
Well, it's still Cortana.
We say hardest part of the run over, but these last two missions are very unforgiving.
Yeah, they're still pretty difficult.
A lot of it comes down to just checkpoints being really tough. So if you do have a death, you get sent back really far.
Yeah, I think the longest revert in the game can be on this mission.
Yeah, it is very scary because that return sequence, you're kind of just weaponless almost.
So this is going to be a moment overlap. So this mission is filled with these Cortana and Great Mine moments. And once you get down this hole, there's a second moment, and it will overlap the first one. So once the first moment ends, you actually regain your full movement speed while the second one is playing.
Ah, that guy. Please, please, please. That's a shoddy shot.
Yeah, shoddy. Where's the RNG? So that Flood has a 1 in 3 chance of spawning with a shotgun, and that's in the shotgun. He can like snipe you with it and one-shot you with it. He can also spawn with a hammer or a sword, and those Flood are basically useless.
Yeah, you just have to kind of be very careful there. I'm very glad I made it past that section because I did not have a checkpoint, so I would have had to go through that Cortana moment again.
Very beginning.
I'm noticing a theme.
Yeah. This for Halo speedruns, a lot of checkpoints are like very important to know about, and just knowing how to manipulate checkpoints, knowing where they can occur and stuff, it's all super crucial for learning as a speedrunner. Just knowing what your backups are and everything, especially on Legendary. Okay.
Interesting how much these moments slow you down. Are you not going to pick up that DC?
Thank you. I probably should have reverted a checkpoint there, but that's fine.
So that DC is useful because he's going to throw it down this hole, and we're going to be using that in about 3 minutes.
Okay, there's my checkpoint. We're using this box to...
Oh, he has a Mauler spawn. That's the...
This is not good.
Having a Mauler right next to that camo, it makes this... Ooh, okay, he only got one shot off this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get a Mauler and a Carbine spawn, so if you survive the Mauler, the Carbine guy would get you.
Yeah.
So luckily it was just the Mauler guy. But this section is also super scary. We call it Hell's Hallway because there are a bunch of these Flood, and these pure forms can change into kind of like a turret form, and they deal tons of damage.
Yeah, and he also has to juggle. He's trying to get certain weapons, so he has to juggle like equipment and weapons at the same time, and hopefully pick up all of them in the right order.
Yeah, it is a set pattern that we have to kind of like put into our muscle memory for some of these things. It is quite rough. We're using the invincibility here to get like a small boost here with the brute shot, but it's so minor.
Yeah, you get through Hell's Hallway, and what's at the end of Hell's Hallway? Not only a bunch of Flood, we call it Hell Room. Oh, he's doing the safe camo strat, which makes this room a lot more tolerable. But normally, if we're like doing record attempts, you do like a spike and a brute shot jump, which sometimes you just get one tapped and it's super frustrating. But this camo strat's pretty safe, and it makes it...
Yeah, it makes it almost trivial. It is very nice. But you can still die doing it because you can get Flood that just spawn on the camo and they just one-shot you as well. It is quite fun.
You get through the camo, it's great.
Okay, so I'm meleeing here to delay a checkpoint for this launch right here.
Yeah, this is a super cool launch.
Game, can I get my checkpoints?
There
Thank you. So we're going to do this box launch. Okay, that was very weak. I could have kept it, but
yeah, you need the power to show it off.
Yeah, show it off.
So
there it is.
Oh, that is.
Not the right direction.
It's using that plasma grenade to kind of redirect the box and give it a little bit more power too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, saved.
Saved.
The adapter.
Oh, I didn't throw a plasma, but that's fine.
So it actually had to wait for another swing there for that door to open. And this is going to be another moment overlap.
There we go.
So once that first moment ends, it's your movement speed back.
Okay, and now comes the scary part of Cortana.
Yep, and we have Cortana back. And you see this next checkpoint coming up, become friends with it because you're not getting another one for a while.
Yeah, so this is a reactor room, which is probably my least favorite part of the run. It is very unforgiving with the checkpoint, and the enemy behavior is like just completely random. So I'm delaying the checkpoint right here. There's the last checkpoint we'll see basically for
possibly to the end of the mission.
Yeah. So now here I'm just going to have to make my way to the center of this room, deploy this bubble shield, which is my only form of cover from all these enemies, and take out all 3 of these reactors. As you can see, the range forms are very scary. Gonna wait for my shields to come back as I make my way out here.
You see the unshielded flood die in one brute shot, but the shielded flood just don't die no matter how many brute shots you fire at them. And they have a mauler of flood just chilling there waiting to one-tap you.
Yeah, and we need this camo for one specific section of the run. And I don't have any brute shot ammo, which is very scary. I didn't pick up any. Okay.
Yeah, being down here is not good.
It's not good. Do not go down here, please.
Oh, he's being chased by a sword guy. He will you.
I'm dead. I'm dead. That is kind of my fault. I think I got hit by something that went down or something. I don't know. It might have been a me mistake, but yeah, you're not supposed to be down there.
One of the brute shot ammo.
I wasn't paying enough attention to know if it was a skill issue or not.
Okay, so doing this again. So kill everything. This time I have the ammo just in case, which is very nice. This guy is too scary. Okay. Okay, attempt 2 here. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah, when I was talking about the longest rewrite in the game, this can possibly be it.
Yeah, takes you all the way to the end of the mission, like you said.
Okay, so this is the correct path where you're supposed to not go down straight into the center of all the enemies. There we go. And now we're just taking a chill walk, and hopefully we don't die here. We can potentially get a checkpoint here, but it's super rare. Nope.
Yeah, you have to.
Not after you get shot.
You would have to kill all the flood like at the first section, then you would get a checkpoint. But
and this is where we use our camo here, just so. Oh, okay. Well, we're going the normal way.
Well, that was a deployable cover. We dropped to the earlier in the mission. We were supposed to go up the hole, but they didn't want us to go back up the way we came. So we get to see the DLC room. Don't get to see this very often.
Yeah, it's a slight bit slower. We get a checkpoint here, though. Here we go. So that's good. Otherwise, we could potentially just not get a checkpoint for the rest of the mission. So it's very nice that I was able to get that checkpoint here.
If you go to the route we're supposed to get, you can get a checkpoint before dropping down into that section just by stopping. Mm-hmm. So, but there's just some checkpoints that you won't get if you're just going too fast.
Yeah, and going fast is kind of what we tried to do in a speed run, so you can see why it could be like kind of weird to purposely go slow just so you can play safe and get a checkpoint. But that's what it is. Not dying is like way more important than losing like a couple seconds to like just stalling for a bit.
Yep. So.
And it's all like mix and match of just making sure everything's perfect.
So he made sure to end this mission with an empty brute shot to prevent carryover into Halo, because you start off Halo with a full rocket launcher. And it's very useful for the upcoming Spire fight.
Mm-hmm. And this is the last mission of the run, guys, so let's go. Okay, so while we walk in this section, we have a quick one donation, I think.
Sure. Just want to remind everybody, we still have the bid war open for the Pokemon Sapphire starter between Mudkip and Trico, so get those donations in. I'm going to hit a 3 for back-to-back-to-back. $10 from Anonymous with no comment. $50 from Anonymous with no comment. $25 from Anonymous with no comment. Thank you to all 3 of you.
Okay, so yeah, we're at the Spire fight here. We're going to grab this very important hammer.
Yep, that is a guaranteed hammer.
And we're going to use it to quickly make our way over and do a grenade jump up top of the Spire. It's a pretty precise jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
Normally you're supposed to do a bunch of little squiggles to get up to the top of the Spire, and you're supposed to be fighting Flood as you go along the way, but you can just negate that by doing that hammer jump.
Spark.
And now we're going to go and kill Johnson right
Why are
here.
you doing that?
Just as soon as you dispose
Oh, I know why. Because skips dialogue.
Oh, I didn't mean to pick up that. That's fine.
Yeah, I hear you.
So the gist of Spire Fight is just rocket everything. So there's 3 waves of Flood. This is the first wave. And once he empties out his rockets, he's gonna jump down to the bottom of the Spire because there's another full rocket launcher to refill your rocket ammo. And this is scary. He doesn't have shields. Ooh. It's actually nice that you had your rocket launcher out because the rocket launcher deals a little bit more melee damage than your BR does.
Oh, I really wanted to kill that Fuel Rod guy, but that's fine.
Yeah, and each wave has kind of like a boss Flood. It's either an elite Flood with a Fuel Rod gun, or it's a Marine Flood with a rocket launcher. And they'll also drop in equipment with some grenades as well.
Okay, we're making our way back up now with a refreshed rocket. Very nice checkpoint.
And this is the start of the second wave. You can see just by the way they're dropping down. And there's a new strat that we're using now where you just kind of AFK and the enemies just kind of like deload because the cleanup script here is kind of aggressive.
Yep, so we kill that boss Flood, so that means that the next wave should be able to start spawning in. What these guys are doing, oh my gosh.
Yep, well, no one will say, yep, there's the dialogue.
Good checkpoint. And yeah, we're just killing these final waves of enemies here. There should be one more boss Flood, it's that rocket guy. So once that happens, we should be good. And I kind of want to get this, shoot. He drops a bubble shield.
So if all the,
What is he?
which forms am I talking about? All the combat forms are dead. If you're just look away, then all the pure forms will start deloading. But since there's some combat forms alive, you have to go back and actually kill all the pure forms.
Oh, there's this one guy here. Hello. Stop running, please. Thank you.
And this is where the dialogue
my hammer!
play.
My hammer's gone!
Oh, that's unlucky. Actually, it's a little bit of a skill issue because if you kind of prop it up on the edge, it usually doesn't deload.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know for the future. Normally it doesn't deload though. It's pretty unlucky because now I won't be able to show the turret jump. So, actually I should... Don't mind me, I'm going to lose a little bit of time here to backtrack for a second. I picked up the bubble shield, but I kind of want to have it for the end section.
Oh, yeah, I made it in.
Yeah. So this bubble shield will be used for the end section, but I'm pretty sure I don't carry over.
Yeah, no, you won't. After this upcoming boss fight, you lose all of your weapons and equipment.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure I have it on the way back. Some of the weapons and stuff that you do drop will remain at the other side, which is very useful for just the return sequence here, since normally you just have an assault rifle after like this boss fight here.
We saving Johnson?
Sure. So there's Johnson. He has the laser. Normally we do a turret jump with the auto turret that we have in our like equipment slot and then do a hammer jump with it. But since we don't have a hammer, it is not possible. So
Yeah, so that skips this like kind of scripted section where like Guilty Spark is pushing against the wall and Johnson lasers him away. You're able to also, it's also unfortunate that he doesn't have the hammer because you can trade it out with Johnson. And once he dies with the hammer, he'll refill it for you.
I couldn't swap my rockets with him. That was weird. Because it doesn't have ammo. I didn't. What if you don't have any ammo when you come to this room? Would you just not be able to do that?
Now you can still swap out your weapons. You just won't be able to juggle it and carry over.
Okay.
But you're not going to be carrying over regardless, so.
Yeah.
You could have carried over the infinite Spartan laser.
That's true. That would be quite funny. But yeah, we're just now at the final stages of this mission. We are now backtracking to the Warthog. So there's going to be 3 flood here that are
You do
very
carry over your
tanky.
equipment. I actually didn't know that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't need to backtrack then, but it's better to be safe than sorry because, yeah, this is...
Yeah, because you got all new weapons, so it reset everything else but your equipment, I guess.
Because normally we toss our auto turret here, and usually we don't have any other equipment.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have shield flood. I got pretty unlucky that 2 of them are shield flood here, by the way. So, they, like you see, like they just are so tanky.
Yeah, and your kind of goal with these flood is try to shoot their arms off just so they can't shoot back.
Yeah. Okay, so now, normally with the hammer we can just speed through this section a tiny bit faster. I'm going to play it a bit safe here. There's a lot of flood in this next section that can easily kill you, along with these sentinels here that they're fighting. So if we just wait here, you can just let them fight a bit. Plus we have RB here to back us up. And RB is just super good.
If you let him lead the way, he'll just start shooting and punching things, and it makes this section a lot better time.
Yeah, you can see just all these flood here. And yeah, they're not the nicest.
On the other side.
All right, Arby's in the mix. He's a good bullet sponge.
Yeah, it doesn't do a lot except for this section.
Okay.
I wish he can have his double plasma rifles out in other sections.
Yeah, RB's just super good for just taking up all our damage here. It's very nice. Now here we get a checkpoint. We're going to use this bubble shield at this hallway here. Bringing these plasma rifles here just in case. I shouldn't have shot.
Oh.
But,
it's a good checkpoint.
yeah. These flood are being very aggressive right now for some reason. Why are you shooting at me? Okay. So we deployed this bubble shield here. It helps us. We're going to shoot this guy with the plasma rifle so it doesn't explode on us as well. Just delays its explosion by a tiny bit. So we don't take damage.
Props him back up. Like, I don't know, by staggering him while he's about to explode, you'll just like get back up.
Yeah. And now we're into the mongoose ride, or the warthog ride. So, yeah, the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds, I believe, about.
Come on, Spartan.
I believe that's like the average amount of time it takes to do this warthog section. As long as you don't get paneled, which is completely possible. So.
Yeah, in this driving section, so the ring is exploding and the panels we're driving on explode. Where the panels explode is going to be the same every time, but where the panels go after they explode, that's a different story. So, and if they collide with you, they can easily knock you off the map.
So yeah, hopefully none of that will happen. I've lost runs to it. I'm pretty sure every Halo 3 runner has.
Yeah, you're not
do it for sure.
You're not a Halo 3 runner until you get paneled. And Chronos actually took a specific driving route there to skip a trigger. There would normally be flood and sentinels all over this section, but by skipping that trigger, you can get rid of those spawns. And it's super useful. We're not really worried about the flood, but the sentinels are super scary because their sentinel beams are really good about flipping your warthog.
Yep, it just makes this drive so much more peaceful. Even though this is like a very difficult driving section, like it's very easy to just drive off course, especially with your warthog being so light. So we take a very specific driving path as well, so we're not like taking any wide, like high jumps, for instance, since being in the air is slow. So we just want to make sure we're staying to the ground for the most part.
And we can just vibe out to the OST.
Yeah, here you can see we get flood spawns. Yeah, okay. It's not scary to die to, like in terms of just actually fully taking damage from them, but you can easily die to just falling off the map. And Sentinels, as you can see, they really push the Warthog.
Oh, yeah. So also, if you get flipped and like don't even fall off the map, like you're on the timer. If you don't get back in your Warthog fast enough, the map will just fall out from underneath you.
Okay, so now we're headed to third roundabout skip. Not going to do anything fancy here, just the safe, casual route of third roundabout skip. Because there is Sleepless Third, which is very scary of a jump. But we're going to just go ahead and do the safer one, and if I miss it, it's fine.
Yeah!
Done. Nice.
Okay, so I do have to kind of get out of the Warthog in time.
So not only does it save a good amount of time, it also skips another trigger that spawns in all these Sentinels and Flood that would be fighting here.
Yeah, and it's better to do that safer way because your last checkpoint is at the first roundabout. So
you can actually get a checkpoint at the second roundabout if you like slow down a little bit going into it.
But going slow is not optimal. Yeah. Let's do a barrel roll though. So
I was about to ask, are we barrel rolling?
Yeah. I mean, I always do barrel rolls in my run. You know, we do 360s in Halo CE, so yeah, this is up my alley. Right at the last part of the run, we tried to do a barrel
move.
Woo!
Ooh, that's a clean barrel roll.
Nice. Let's go. And time's going to come out once we reach the hangar of the ship,
which
about
is
a big ramp jump.
You got any shout-outs?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would normally do shout-outs at the very end, but yeah, so big thanks to everyone at GDQ here. Very nice to showcase this run of Halo 3. Oh, Sentinels, please.
Yeah, or you can just shoot the Sentinels into you and also flip you, so...
Yeah, it, like, run's not over until, like, literally you... Like, people have gotten paneled at the very, very end, like, at the drive sequence, so it is kind of scary.
Not over until it's over.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chronos, for showing us Legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for donating and getting us into Legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, also big shout-outs to the Halo speedrunning community, you know, the Halo runs.
Nail's taking the world record today.
Yeah, so the world record for this category and, time?
Time.
There we go. Woo! Yeah, big shout-outs to Nails, who got the world record of this category today. Like, he beat it by 2 minutes. It's with, like, probably one of the best runs on the site now.
It is the best single segment run I've ever watched. It's absolutely insane. But this is the last one of the day. You can go ahead and watch it now. Yeah,
it's very cool. Yeah, big shout-outs to all the other Halo speedrunners out there. Shout-out to my Halo 3 co-op crew, Brian Otto, Adef, and Nervy and I. We're grinding for the legendary co-op world record, so make sure to tune in for that if you're interested in that. And yeah, really cool. That's it for me, so thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, see you on day 2 for next time for TwitchCon. Woo!
Jeez.